All right, checking out the old RDP mailbag. My man Daniel is saying, Matt, I've got a workout routine that's about an hour and a half to 2 hours long, includes cardio, mobility, and strength, but I'm going to be on the road for the better part of a month coming up. Should I just cut my usual volume in half, or is there a smarter way to go about ensuring I'm getting my workouts in while on the road? Well, Daniel, I've got 2 words for you, micro workouts. And no, it's not just a shameless plug for my book, link is down below if you're curious on that, but it's because there are several strategies about my micro workouts approach which work exceptionally well for the road warrior. The first of which is having a bit more of a freestyle approach to your training. This is something I adopted several years ago, and it was one of the best things I ever did to my workouts, which basically means I don't really have a routine. I just do whatever I can, however I feel on a day-to-day basis. And that may not be the cat's meow for everybody with their regular workout routine, but when you're traveling, your resources and your time and your energy, they're all helter-skelter. So trying to plan out a very strict, regimented, optimized routine is not the most practical approach, even in the best of circumstances. So instead, think of having fun with your workouts. Explore new workout strategies. Don't feel like you've got to stick to an optimized routine. Look at each day on a case-by-case basis, saying what kind of time, energy, and equipment resources do I have, and then being playful with your workouts instead of trying to be very strict and adhering to that optimal routine. Now let's take a look at the 3 things you're trying to accomplish in this routine too. You got strength, mobility, and cardio. First off, strength training. The bulk of your strength training is going to come from 3 basic movement patterns: push, pull, and squatting. So hone in on your 3 most effective and favorite exercises for those. Now, when it comes to mobility, I've found that most people get the bulk of everything they need for mobility from 2 basic movement patterns. One is very deep squatting, so shifting squats, shifting lunges, anything where you're getting your hips real close to your heel and having some shift work like we practice in grind style calisthenics. That covers a lot of ground for the mobility and stability requirements for your lower body. And when it comes to the upper body, we want to prioritize overhead shoulder flexion and spinal extension. So anything that brings your hands overhead, straight overhead presses, hanging from a pull-up bar, even stiff-legged bear crawls from GMB Elements can work really well for this. You get those 2 things in any way you can throughout your travels, it's probably going to take care of most of your mobility training. But in the case of cardio, that can be a huge time suck or time saver, depending on how you look at it. Why are we doing cardio? That's the real question to ask. Now, back in the day, I was a huge cardio junkie and getting at least an hour every single day. But if I'm honest, it wasn't about health or even performance, even though I was on a bike racing team. It was because I thought I needed to burn a lot of fat and calories in order to manage my weight and prevent weight gain. But what I didn't understand then was that you don't have to do any kind of exercise to manage your weight. There's no such thing as weight loss or weight management exercise. That's because weight largely just comes down to the balance between your caloric intake and expenditure. If you consume 5,000 calories a day, you do a crap ton of cardio to burn 5,000 calories a day, that has the exact same effect on your body as if you consume 2,500 a day and are moderately active and you expend 2,500 a day. The balance is the same, so your weight is the same. Only now you just don't have to do all of that cardio and spend all that time and energy doing so. But then we can also look at cardio for a standpoint of stress relief, performance, explosiveness, just feeling good. It's a very cathartic thing. In that case, we don't need a whole lot. We don't need to go for an hour-long run in order to accomplish those ends. We can simply have a jump rope that we pack, have 5 or 10 minutes of a little bit of maybe a Tabata circuit or something of burpees, and that'll get the job done. But I'm going to save you even more time and energy because these 3 objectives can be had at the same time. Push, pull, squat, those are your bread and butter movements. Add in little accessory things like some ab work if you like. And then circuit that up so you get the cardio effect. Make sure you, at some point, you've got something reaching overhead or a deep squat, so you got the mobility training. And you're gonna have all 3 covered in one workout that's probably not gonna require much more than 10, maybe 20 minutes at a single shot. And I'll do it even better. Check out these micro workouts for exactly how I would go about doing that. And let me know if you have any thoughts and questions down below. Thank you very much for watching. Daniel, best of luck in your travels. Be fit and live free.